13 News now at 5:30 begins with new safety policies in place at one local school. Norfolk State University leaders have a game plan for homecoming that includes a vaccine requirement.
Visitors have to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test in order to enter the game or events. But this type of requirement isn't new to the school, and Ann Sparaco explains.
Norfolk State University leaders say they worked hard to get the vast majority of students and staff on campus to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. They say it allowed them to host events such as the homecoming football game this year, and they expect visitors to follow these mandates as well. Norfolk State University officials say it's simple. If you want to attend the college's games and events, you must show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test result.
The vaccinations are the best way to keep us safe as a community.
Vice President of Student Affairs Dr. Leonard Brown says a majority of the university's students and staff are already fully vaccinated. He says the school is seeing positive impacts from this requirement.
We have a responsibility for ourselves, but just as much a responsibility to each other. We believe the science and that the vaccinations are the best way to keep us safe as a community.
He wants this trend to continue with people who visit the campus, starting with this year's homecoming weekend. Visitors who provide proof of vaccination or negative test results will receive a colored wristband to enter the events. He says this is the best strategy to help with the game against the virus.
We have a responsibility for ourselves, but just as much a responsibility to each other.
Dr. Brown says this mandate will likely be put in place for future events and games at the university. In Norfolk, Ann Sparaco for 13 News Now.
Dr. Brown says masks are required indoors and highly encouraged outdoors, whether you're fully vaccinated or not. Norfolk State's homecoming weekend begins on October 15th. Most universities in our area do require vaccinations for students and staff already. Old Dominion, Hampton, Christopher Newport, William and Mary, and Virginia Wesleyan all required people on campus to prove they were vaccinated against COVID-19 this summer. At Elizabeth City State University, there is a testing option for people who don't prove their vaccination status. Regent University has not required a COVID vaccination for students, but encourages people to get their shot.